So we're with the ladies of the talk, and I thought it was actually the right time to have this talk with you because not only did we find out today you're renewed for a 7th season, congratulations,
Thank
but
you.
you're just a couple of days away from the Daytime Emmys, 5th nomination in a row for the show, and 3rd for hosts. I believe in 3 times being the charm. So what? Does it ever get old when you sort of get that news about these the nominations, Julie?
It never gets old, and I have gotten to the point where as long as I know everyone says, "Oh, it's an honor just to be nominated," and I get it now because we've never won. So I feel like we already won. If we won last year, then there'd be an added level of pressure for me. But it's like, hey, we didn't win every time we got nominated, but we're still going strong. We got renewed. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, Cheryl, I think about other shows that have women of different ages and different points of I'm not going to say that word view. But they had to wait till season number 9 to win. I mean, come on, we don't want you plus Sarah have to wait that long, right, Cheryl?
Well, I would say we don't want to wait, but it does add a level of excitement. You always want to be asked. So you want to be noticed. So hey, we'll take it at 7, we'll take it at 3, we'll take it at 9, we'll take it whenever it happens. We're just going to be excited about it. We're doing great work here.
Well, what I think, Sharon, is, if anyone knows how to accept an award, it's you. And I think back to the People's Choice Awards when you I had to talk about it. Live TV is not everyone's friend, and you were so flawless in what you did up there when somebody
True. And quick thinking.
Yes.
It just
You were like a ninja.
No, I don't know where it came from, but it just came, and it's like, I think that is what is so glorious about live TV, because you never know what you're going to get. And I'm not one of these people that go, I'm on live TV, so I have to behave a certain way because I am just what I am, and that's it.
Oh, and listen, as somebody that knows you from the X Factor UK, this is a woman who says it like it is. If somebody's got no talent, they know it from day one. So I think about this show and the 4 of you plus Sarah coming together, and what I really love is that's when the Daytime Emmy nominations start in the 2nd season. Aisha, this chemistry, you can't bottle it, you can't sort of invent it. Was it just from day one that you felt part of the team?
Absolutely. And I came in, I was the last person to join this team, and I actually, when I did come in, it was as a guest host in the beginning, and I remember at the end of that week being like, wow, that was such an effortless week. Like, it was so enjoyable. And I think I saw you that weekend, and I said, God, thank you for making me feel so at home, because it really did feel like home to me almost right away. And you can't bottle it. It's something that, is almost a magical thing. And we joked a lot, I think, in like season 2 and 3 about like everybody waiting for something, like for the other shoe to drop, because it was just
the honeymoon phase.
The honeymoon to be over. Yeah. And it just hasn't ever ended. And I think we all are very aware of how lucky we are that we have this kind of magical chemistry that plays both on and off screen. It's just it's a joy to come here every day, and I don't think there's no recipe for it. It's just, we threw a lot of stuff in a pot and it ended up being really delicious soup, but I don't think we could repeat the recipe. Like, this is how you make this work again. We're really fortunate.
I was praying for her. I was like, please give me Aisha so that I have someone to play with, because I know you comedically.
Yeah.
And I thought this was going to be so much fun with her, so I was praying.
Oh, and just for people that don't know, she's a multi-talent, Aisha, including a voice artist on one of my favorite shows at night, The Archer, which is just so delicious. And if people haven't seen it, they can catch up with it on Netflix. But Julie, I'm just curious, like, when you got approached for this, you were a newswoman. Did you have any reservations about doing this during the day? Was there any thoughts that this may be not something for me?
No, because it came at the right time in my life, because I had spent over a decade doing morning news.
and I had just given birth. So getting older and having done morning news for more than 10 years, I was actually looking to not stop working, but to have something with a better schedule. And any new mother would tell you, it's kind of like a new bride. You feel like, I'm the only person who's ever gotten married. And then you become a mother, you're like, I'm creating life here. Like, you think like, that's all you want to talk about, right? When you're a bride, you only want to talk about bridal stuff. When you become a mom, so when they approached me, it was like, my prayers had been answered. My only reservation was, it's very hard to have a successful new show in the daytime space. And I thought, what if it doesn't work? And then I am jobless. That was my fear. So I kind of kept one foot in news. I was hedging my bets. And then when I got a sense, this is good, and then I don't think it's going anywhere anytime, then I totally stepped down from news.
And you were ready.
Right. I mean, Sharon, I think about, you're on CBS, this legendary daytime lineup with the game shows and the soap operas. But what I think people are really responding to on the talk is it's not a soap opera. I mean, there is that, I just love watching it, and I'll DVR it and watch it in sort of when I'm making dinner. And it's just, there's something just, it seems so effortless, but there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes, isn't there, Sharon? I mean, when you're sort of the preparation that you're doing and.
To me, I don't look at it as work at all, because it's very organic what we do. Yes, we have to pick what we're going to talk about and who's going to start the conversation off. But other than that, we just go, and it's just free talk. It's organic. It's natural, and that's what I love about it. And I can't believe that I do this, and people say it's a job. It's not a job. It's a gift.
Mm-hmm. But I think about Cheryl and Aisha with backgrounds in a little bit in comedy and improv, and Cheryl especially, the way, I mean, yes, it's called the talk, but it's also the listen, because you listen, and boy, when there's a moment, when there's something for you to have a little fun with, I mean, it's such a joy to watch, because you're just when you land that laugh, I mean, that gives you the buzz from performing live, I bet, right?
It's a great high, but the additional jubilation is when one of my colleagues gets the laugh, or it kind of ping pongs back and forward, like the names, and then it went from Mrs. O to Julie, and then it went to Sarah and Aisha. To me, that's the fun part, because that's the chemistry. It's like a great singing group. When you get great singing together, it's great comedy and great conversation together. And then it takes the heat off of me, because all I got to do is be Steph Curry and throw up a three-pointer, and the game is won.
Well, I think I was going to ask Sharon this question. I thought, no, because she can't be intimidated by anyone. But Aisha, is there anyone that's come on recently that you were sort of a little excited, nervous, intimidated to get to sit down with at the table? Was there anyone that springs to mind?
Well, it's interesting, because we've had a lot of people that I think we all really admire, and we'll sometimes be like, oh, so-and-so's coming on, and we get super excited. I mean, when Elton John came on, that was pretty awesome. And I mean, the literal definition of the word, we were feeling awe that he was there. But I think also, because we're all together, you just feel, I don't know, I never feel like anxious about somebody coming on, because I feel like I have my girls with me, and we're all going to have each other's back. And so, if one of us falls apart, the other people are there to pick things up. So yeah, we haven't really gotten tongue-tied over anybody. It was exciting having Susan Sarandon here, but then again, it was just exciting. And I think we also work really hard to make our guests feel comfortable. And a big part of that is us making the table feel comfortable for each other as well. So yeah, there's nobody that's really rattled me. What were you whispering over there?
Ask her about crushes.
Oh, I have crushes on everybody. I love
Yeah.
everyone. Yeah, I'm a big crusher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who? I don't know. Joel Kinnaman, Matt McConaughey.
Yes. And
who else?
Sanjay Gupta.
Sanjay Gupta.
Yeah.
Sanjay Gupta. Tay Diggs. Yeah, there are a lot of Daniel Day Kim. I have crushes on. I'm like a seventh grader.
And you think it's me because I hug and kiss everybody, but really it's
I'm literally like a middle schooler when the cute boys come on. But what are you gonna do?
And now, Julie, I mean, in your other job, I mean, you'd met sort of everyone. I mean, was there somebody on the, say, on the entertainment side that when somebody came on, somebody that you'd maybe as a young girl looked up to or admired and was like just really, it was
Rick Springfield, okay? It was Rick Springfield. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And he's been on twice. And the second time, it was as if I never met him. I was like all nervous. I was excited.
I know.
You know, you meet these superstars from when you were like young and you idolize them and you realize they're human beings and I don't want them to be.
Right. Keep the magic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think, Julie, with your job, I mean, you're sort of the moderator and wrangler of these four. Plus, how does it change the dynamic, though, when, I mean, everyone's so busy with all kinds of things. When you do have a guest host for you, Julie, does that, because you do such a great job with whoever's at the table.
Well, you pretty much know within the first 5 minutes in if this person is a natural at the table with the rest of us, if they're nervous, if they are overthinking the situation. It's a vibe that the rest of us can all feel immediately. We'll always be on the same page. And then the good news is when you feel that, we know as a team how and where we can help that person along so people watching at home don't feel or sense what we can sense at the table. And luckily, we have like a long list of women who either have been guests and have asked us, can you please, I'd love to guest fill in co-host, or we have repeat people who are a natural fit. It never really feels, you know, horrible or awkward because the team as a whole can fill in the gaps and make and soothe everything over.
And, you know, one of the things in Gold Derby, we cover all kinds of awards, including the Oscars and all the talk this year. And I was just so thrilled when I was doing my research to see, that this show won the NAACP award. And that's just got to mean so much to you, I would think, because, you're women of color on network television. Aisha, what did that mean to get that award?
Oh, it was lovely and extraordinary, and I think you're right. It was our first time being nominated, and it was interesting. Like any award, the first time you're nominated, you don't think you're going to win. You know what I mean? You think, oh, they're just finally noticing us, and we're very flattered. But there's so many great shows out there that are representing new, and we've made strides, and there are other shows that are doing great in this space, and we'll win next year. And so it was a thrill and really gratifying, I think, that that people are seeing what we're doing here and that we are representing different viewpoints and trying to embrace women of all ethnic backgrounds. And not just women, men love the show too. And then, it was a thrill. It was like startling, we never, this is our 7th season we're going into, but like, I think we still feel like the underdogs most of the time because we are the new kids on the block. So I think we're always like, oh, they're not going to vote for us,
And with diversity being a topic of discussion now, it's great to be on a show and at a network that's really leading the pack when it talks about diverse women here. But I got to shout out the PR team. We were at the banquet, and I wanted to go to the bathroom, but I was afraid of missing our category. So I was sitting there, and Dustin, thank God, earned his pay that day because he sat through everything that Black people do at award shows. I think we had a raffle. I think we had a gospel sing-off and all kind of stuff. And it was like hours and hours and hours.
Before you got
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, when are we going to get to it? But it was a pleasant surprise. And as a life member of the NAACP, I was very, very proud of this show and this network.
Well, I think back to, a long time ago, maybe 30 years ago, when Sigourney Weaver won a Golden Globe and she was in the ladies' room. So.
That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought.
Oh, that happened.
Christine Lottie.
Yeah, Christine Lottie as well.
That's what I thought.
Well, listen, hopefully your category will be up fairly soon on the Daytime Emmys on Sunday so that you can enjoy the rest of the evening. And with any luck, you'll be looking at, 5 Emmys on the table. Congratulations again. I mean, people are really embracing it. You can see that with the best ratings ever, all those Daytime Emmy nominations, and that you're back for 7, 8, 9, who knows how many more years. But anyway, best of luck on Sunday.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.